listen for this. So as the crier is crying the property, they're going to mention that the property is being sold subject to all liens and encumbrances, meaning if there is something that is a senior debt to the loan that you're bidding on, you could end up owning that lien. Now, this is what we call determining lien priority or lien position. Please write that down. Okay? And this is real simple. Lien priority is always trumped by date. Okay? So if you're looking at a title report or a debt stack, for example, and you're not going to be able to see this from the camera, but I'll illustrate it here. So here's a lien. This one is dated February 3rd of 2022 for $143,000. Here's another loan on title dated March 1st of 2017 for $130,000. Here's another one dated March 1st of 2017 for $49,000. Which one's the first? Which one's the second? Which one's the third? It's always the oldest dated lien is the first lien, okay? So you always check dates. In foreclosure auction and lien priority, dates are everything, okay? Now, for those of you that have been through a Lee's Inner Circle, we cover reading the debt stack. You could go through one of our, probably the best class for learning how to read a debt stack is our reverse REO training, because in that we're actually buying notes. We're not buying the property, we're buying actual notes in our reverse REO training. So that class, if you've not been through our reverse REO certification, we actually have one happening this week, which you can't get in, it's sold out. But you can get into an upcoming one. If you want to get really good at reading debt stacks and understanding title, that's the class to be at, okay? Reverse REO certification is where you want to be. Now, biggest rookie mistake, buying a junior, okay? Buying a junior lien. Now, I was at an auction, this happened a few years ago. True story. There was a triplex, 3 units, going to sale, as is value. This is not the after, as is. As the thing sat, it's worth about 350 grand. The opening bid at auction is $25,000. Now, to the untrained eye, that looks like a really good deal. So I go to the auction just like I do every week, and I'm standing there, and you know, it's always me and the other 3 or 4 regulars that are there. And guys, I've been to auction in pretty much every market across the US, and there's always 3 or 4 main people. They buy pretty much everything. Okay, don't be afraid of them. Just know that you're gonna be competing against them on a regular basis. So me and I refer to them as the Palm Pilot 5, because this is back when Palm Pilots were all the rage. And they would do all their research on their Palm Pilots. So they'd sit here like this. So the crier opens the bidding. The property located XYZ Street. The opening bid at $25,000. Do I have any other higher bids? Going once, going twice. Now you would think that us seasoned pros, we would be jumping right in and bidding on this thing. And we're kind of looking at each other going, I don't want it. Wow. Right? And then out of the corner, this person we've never seen down there before says $25,001. And the crier kind of looks at him like, who's this guy? $25,000 going once, $25,000 going twice, $25,000 going 3 times, sold. Now, when you guys buy at an auction, you have to remit all of the funds at the auction. And you can't get out of it, right? There is no takebacks. There is no oops-a-daisies. There is no, I changed my mind. None of that, okay? So as the guy is walking up to remit the $25,001 to the crier, he actually says this. He says, oh my goodness, I listened to the books. I read the books. I listened to the tapes. I didn't know it was going to be so easy. Well, what he doesn't realize is he just bought a 3rd lien on a property worth $350 with a first mortgage for $350,000, a second mortgage for $100,000, and he just bought a 3rd lien for 25 grand. Now, trivia. When you buy a junior lien at an auction, third, second, first. When you buy a junior lien at a foreclosure auction, do you own the property? Yes or no? The answer is yes, you do. You own the property, subject to paying off the second, paying off the first, and any other senior liens that are there. So did he buy a triplex that day? Technically, yes, for $25,001, plus $100,000 for the second, plus $350,000 for the first. So he's going to be into that thing $475,000 on a building worth $350,000. Okay. Now, if you think that education is expensive, you should try ignorance. That was ignorance, and it cost him $25,000. He could have attended this class and saved himself a fortune. But what are you going to do? Biggest rookie mistake, bidding on second liens or junior liens when you don't know what you're doing. So you guys have got to do your homework before the auction occurs.